My high school started off a little bit different than most people with a massive transition. Our family moved all the way from this town called Franktown, Colorado, where we had over 1,000 kids in our middle school, to the small town of Atlanta, Texas, where there are only about 500 kids in our high school. It was a really difficult challenge for me. I had to say goodbye to a lot of my friends, opportunities, and just like the way of life that I had grown accustomed to move down to the small town of Atlanta, Texas, with where I got to meet a bunch of new people and try a bunch of new cool opportunities. I joined the debate team at the beginning of my sophomore year. Debate has been a very important part of my high school career as it has taught me to see several sides of an issue, do research, and just think deeper when confronted with topics. I participate in policy debate, congressional debate, and extemporaneous speaking. My accomplishments in policy debate are I am a two-time state qualifier and a one-time state medalist, where I placed fifth my sophomore year. I have qualified for congressional debate state this year, and I was a district runner-up for informative extemporaneous speaking during my junior year. One of the opportunities that debate has given me was the opportunity to attend the Bush Youth Leadership Program in College Station this summer. This was an extremely selective camp where only 70 people in the entire state of Texas got selected. While we were at this camp, we learned a lot of interesting things about civics, selfless service, and just giving back to our community. We've learned about international affairs, and we got to meet a lot of interesting people like politicians, famous authors, and psychotherapists, and we also got to meet the president of Texas A&M himself. During high school, I've also participated in numerous UIL activities. Some of the ones that I've actively participated and had success in are number sense, general mathematics, and UIL accounting. Number sense is a test where you are required to use no pen and paper, and all of the math has to be done in your head. General math, you are allowed a calculator and you can use pen and paper, and the accounting test is where you're going through a series of questions and trying to analyze things like balance sheets, budgets, and do journal entries. These are all really important because they've shown me how to think critically and see like the numeric side, and I've always been somebody who's extremely passionate about mathematics. So being able to compete and have a lot of fun with these activities has been a really influential part of my high school. So during my freshman year, I decided that I wanted to join the track team. While on the track team, I ran the 400 and 800 during my freshman year and eventually was moved up to varsity for the 800, and I qualified for the area meet by running a 2:12. From there, I had fallen in love with running, and I joined cross country my sophomore year in order to get better at track. And my sophomore year, we had a lot of success. We had a really good team that won regionals for the first time in school history and got to participate at the state meet. And since then, I have continued to put the work in and get better at running, where I have individually qualified for cross country every single year that I have ran. And just last year, my junior year, I qualified for the regional meet in the events of the 3,200, the 800, and the 1,600 meters. Cross country and track have taught me a lot about just not giving up and doing the work even when it's hard. There have been numerous mornings where I've gotten up as early as 5 or 6 in the morning to go run 4 or 5 miles with my team or my coach before school to get better and to continue to compete at a high level. Being a long distance runner has taught me a lot about perseverance and just never giving up. Through a lot of talks with my pastor, I have learned that long distance running is actually the most talked about sport in the Bible, and he has sent me Bible quotes and verses before a lot of my big meets, and giving me encouragement and also bringing me closer to the Lord. While at LeTourneau University, I plan to run cross country and track to continue to hone my skills and grow my love for running and my relationship with the Lord. Outside of school, I am an active member at our local church, Atlanta Methodist Church. I am a participant in the youth program where I have become more of a leader with the program. Working with our youth pastor, Tony King, I have volunteered and given my time to work in the vacation Bible schools, the soup kitchens that we do, and passing out Thanksgiving baskets to families in need during the holidays. Being a member of the church has grown my relationship with God, and it's taught me a lot of things about not only being a leader, but giving back to the community. And I have learned a lot about just the importance of connecting and reading my Bible and delving deep into the Word of God. And religion has become an important aspect of my life since I have started high school. At the beginning of my senior year, I took it upon myself to start our National Honor Society program. It had been a part of our school for many years before me, but the program hadn't really been very active. So, in order to give back to our community, I decided to start our National Honor Society program and meet with our new counselor, Miss Ibarra, who has helped me create the program and made it more active. I have been nominated the president of National Honor Society, and we have set up a project where we can plan to do a community-wide toy drive for people in need. Being a leader at National Honor Society and being nominated as president has taught me a lot about what it means to actually be a leader. I have learned that being a leader is not just about doing all the work and pointing fingers, but it's about delegating and communicating with the people that you are working with, because everybody has the same goals, and you need to be able to work together and find the best way to make things happen for the betterment of not only your program, but the community that you are trying to serve. Looking on to what's next for me, I plan to attend LeTourneau University and major in mechanical engineering with disciplines in aerospace. I've always been fascinated by the stars and what's beyond, and I want to be a part of us and the exploration of space. I want to be the reason that we find the next planet or that we travel to Mars through working with companies like SpaceX or NASA. I want to be the one who makes the change. All right. LeTourneau University is a perfect fit for me because it aligns with my beliefs with faith, academics, and just excellent. Receiving the Heritage Scholarship would help me pursue my beliefs and help me achieve my academic goals. Furthermore, LeTourneau University will provide me an opportunity to further my academic and athletic excellence. From the mountains of Colorado to the valleys of East Texas and onward to the stars, I thank you for considering my application for the Heritage Scholarship. Thank you.